Good evening, guys. How's everybody doing on this Sunday evening? I have a bit of a different spin on the video I'm gonna have for today. It still involves die-cast cars, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick glance at some of the other things that I collect. Just real quick, that picture right there of the swan song, the guy with the wings, that's a sketch that I did. And over here, I did this back in high school, and my friend persuaded me to sign my name in my own blood, so I took an X-Acto knife, cut my knuckle open, dipped the paintbrush in the blood, and that is my blood signature. And that's 1987. I'm dating myself. You guys can do the math, I guess. Yes, Led Zeppelin. This tapestry has been with me my whole life. There's a tin sign of Jimmy Page, and up there in the corner, Jimmy Page with his double neck. I did that in pen and ink, and a friend of mine made this clock for me. It's off of Pink Floyd, The Wall, so I had the time set to London time. I just thought it was cool just to have a different time, because I have a Harley clock over here that my same friend made for me that I have set at standard time. This incidentally is my Harley wall. This is my guitar equipment, and hey, what's a Jimmy Page fan without the Les Paul? And yeah, that is a mandolin in the background, and I can play Going to California and Battle of Evermore. This here is my prized possession. Anyway, what I really wanted to show you was, if you guys remember the 70s, again, I'm dating myself. I had one of these when I was like 4 years old back in 1973, and it was the white one, and it had a bunch of chrome on it. That's all I remember about it, and it was one of my most prized possessions as a kid. I loved that thing, and whenever Evel Knievel came on TV on Wide World of Sports, I don't know if any of you remember that. Again, I'm probably dating myself here, but when he would come on Wide World of Sports and do his jumps or whatever, I was just right there sitting in front of the TV cart waiting for that jump. So anyway, I have both editions of the trail bike that actually was originally made in 1975. California Creations recreated it, and they have a black version and a white version, and they also have the Pro Series. I'll show you the Pro Series. This is pretty cool. So what we got here, this is, whoops, the guitar's playing the wrong notes. Ascot Park, Gardenia, California. This was one of Evel Knievel's first jumps. So they modeled a suit after this. And the bike that they created for the Pro Series is the exact bike that everybody remembers and wants. It's the white bike with the chrome on it. However, they did something really cool. they made the bike black and put chrome on it. Um, and it has the crossbar on the handlebar. I remember that on the earlier versions of the bike, and each year they changed a little bit more on the bike, and I guess because of cost effect, it didn't make sense for them to have everything all chrome the way they did, so they started taking chrome parts away, and there was less painted parts and less detail, until it became just a black engine with black exhaust on a white bike, and there was no chrome parts at all. And they didn't have the crossbar on the handlebar after a while. That was on the first edition. I remember having that on my bike, and I was bummed out because after a jump, it actually broke. So I remember that. But anyway, this is the Pro Series, and it's a recreation of that ultimate fun toy. If you were a kid from the 70s, you got to know this Evel Knievel bike. It had to be a part of your growing up. You can't convince me otherwise. If you were a kid in the 70s, you knew about this bike or you had this bike. And I'm sure you guys are like wondering, you'll open that, but you won't open any of the cars that you get. Well, there's one that's still sealed, and that's a Harley Davidson hardline phone on the bottom there. Anybody remember hardline phones? That used to be a thing. So let me just put this back here. This is my Harley wall. There's a couple bikes I collect over there. R2D2. All right, so now to get back to the cars. I'm going to show two cars that I showed, I guess it was last night. I don't believe they got enough love, and also it seems to be that when I mentioned that I have an M2 gasser, it seems to draw in a bigger crowd. Plus I got an AW, and this South Bend shaker is just, what a piece of work. That's all I can say about that. I love the color, and the flake, it's large flake, but it works against this blue paint. It makes the blue paint pop, and it looks really, really good with the jeweled headlight lenses. And of course, wood gasser isn't complete without the moon tank. I said this the other night or last night about the traction bars. Sometimes guys complain about them exaggerating them and extending them out way too far, and that they don't need to be out that far. And I get that, I understand it, but I think what they do is they may extend it out just a little bit more just to push the realism. That's just my opinion on it. Again, it's an M2, and I have nothing bad to say about these vehicles, but I'm afraid once I start opening some of the packs that my tune may change about that. But so far, everything I have from M2 is tip-top. But I just love this gasser, and to be honest with you, I am a sucker for gassers, and this is a nice one. I rank this one right up here with the Moon Eyes gasser. You know, that I dig that one too. And then here's this other car. This is the Dodge Dart GT. They didn't make very many of these, so there's not that many examples out there. It looks very similar to the Swinger. There's really not that much difference, and it shared parts with the Dodge Demon. So they had interchangeable parts pretty much. I love this color. I'll bring it in as close as I can. Yeah, there. It's got a lot of tiny flake in it, but again, it's small flake and it works so well with the color of this car, and it's a dark bronze poly. I have version B. I don't know what version A is. I'm not sure of the color of that one, but it doesn't matter because, to be honest with you, I like this color. It's unique. I don't think I have anything of this color anywhere, so I dig the wheels on here. It just, the stance on this is perfect. It sits just right. They did a really, really nice job on this car. So there's that. I just don't think these cars got enough love. That's all I'm saying. You know, there's another car I want to show you that I don't believe I did show you. And I'm sure you've seen it around. And it's this one right here. It's a Camaro. I can't remember if I had shown it to you guys or not. Again, it's another M2. I know they've had this casting out for a little while, but you got to admit the color scheme on this thing is just wicked. I believe they call that shock yellow or shock green. One of the two. But I just like the yin yang way they approach the bow tie on the door, and it's not overdone with advertisement. The wheel selection and the color is perfect. I love how they did this car. It's got some big meats on it. This is just a beautiful piece. Like I said, if I had shown this to you guys already, I apologize for showing it again, but it's so cool. And the jeweled headlights, you know, set the whole thing off there up front. It just brings to the realism of it. I think if I hold it up like this a little bit more, I'm getting less reflection from my headlights, the lights above the ceiling there. This was just a spur of the moment car to show, and there's only 5,786 pieces of this made. Probably not that makes any difference. So I hang that back up on the wall. Now, Ron from Diecast Muscle Cars has turned me on to the Mini GT. I'm just in awe that I still love muscle cars. That'll never change. I just got this today. This is the 911. It's in silver. I love the wheel choice. It's beautiful. And they did a hell of a job on this car. And seeing how everybody takes, not everybody, but a lot of people taking their cars out of the packs. You have no idea how difficult it is for me not to rip any of these open and just show them off in their entirety. But this is the best I can do for right now. I just don't want a bunch of loose cars floating around and then have something get damaged. It's just, they're better off in their packs until I get the acrylic cases and I have the wall set up the way I want it to. Until then, cars are going to be shown in the packs. And I'll, like I said, I'll do my best to bring the detail as close as I possibly can. Look at the wing on that puppy. I turned into a mini GT fan overnight off of seeing a video of Lamborghinis. That turned me on to it. So right now I am currently awaiting for the yellow C8 to arrive in the States. That's what I'm looking for. I will be gobbling that one up as soon as it hits the market. I'm really impressed with Mini GT. They are just a breed all their own. They're just they just set themselves above the rest. They do a lot of high-end sport cars and supercars. From what I understand, they do have a Mustang, but since the detail that they can do on these cars is so amazing, I would love to see what they could do with a muscle car. I'm curious about that. I would like to see, besides a Mustang, which is nothing wrong with that, but I would love to see them pick, a couple muscle cars and do them. I want to see how well they can replicate and their take on it, and that would be something cool to see. But I don't think that would happen because this isn't part of Mini GT's repertoire. Yet, like I said, I am aware that they do have a Mustang. I guess if you want to consider that whatever version of the Mustang it is, maybe it's the Saline, or the high-end Shelby Cobra. So it could be considered a high-end sports car or supercar. Maybe that's why it's part of the Mini GT industry. But I do like the wheel choice against the silver. It's just a very attractive car, just sitting there. It just asks to have its picture taken. It's beautiful. Yeah, I'd love to take this sucker for a spin, go for a joyride in it, and park it, and then get back into a muscle car. But hey, this is a really nice Mini GT. And again, thank you, Ron, from Ron's Diecast Muscle Cars, for turning me on to this, the Mini DT series. I'm really digging them. So, anyway, that's the end of it. This was my new car, and just wanted to share a couple things with you people. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, and I'll be back with another video soon. Take care. Be safe.